Hey everybody, welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina, Kristina. Apologize for the lighting, it keeps going yellow, then white, then yellow. I don't know what's going on, but sorry. Oops. Enemies in tow. But anyways, I've been looking for this book for a while. I last did this author last August. And I've been looking for books and trying to research what happened. And lo and behold, I walked by the other day and there it was. Brand new 2024. Oh, and by the way, welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina, Kristina. This is where we read books, talk about books. No special effects going on here. Sometimes really bad lighting. Sometimes really bad audio. I'm sorry for all of that, but this is what I've got. So this is, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, book 7 of the Rosalind series, or the Useful Woman series. The lighting is bad. The Secret of the Lady's Maid. This is really bad. It's glowing. Can you see it? Alright. So, I'm sorry about that. I'll see what I can do. See if I can move like it. The better. There, sorta. Alright. So we've got Rosalind, Thorne, and she does investigations for women. She's earned a reputation. Please watch my other videos on this for more additional details on the characters. It starts with a useful woman, so watch that video. A Purely Private Matter, book 2. Dangerous to Know, book 3. A Lady Compromised, book 4. A Counterfeit Suitor, Secret of the Lost Pearls, and now we have The Secret of the Lady's Maid. And this is a really good series. I enjoy it. And if you are, I did the Alyssa Maxwell series, and Lord have mercy. What's that other one? I just did it. Andrea Penrose and the Catherine Schulman. They all are very similar in setup, and I'm enjoying them immensely. So Rosalind is a woman who has set herself up with a little bit of a business. She helps solve mysteries, help ladies out of difficult situations. Does little investigations for the ladies, and she's doing quite well. And they mention, so it's Rosalind. Oh shit, I gotta sneeze. Sorry. Sorry. So it's, sorry. Rosalind, and Amelia is her maid. And she's also, Mrs. Singh is the cook and housekeeper. And Alice Littlefield is a newspaper reporter who's also writing a book. And her and her brother George used to appear prominently in the early books. So you'll have to read those to get the relationship. And Alice is now living with Rosalind to help her out. And Alice is also writing a book. So we've got some stuff going on there. Then We have Adam Harkness, and I had a couple of issues with this, and it's my personal issues. It has nothing to do with anything else. But oh God, what was the name of that show? Now I can't remember the show. Now I'm embarrassed. Oh, it was a supernatural show. It was on Sci-Fi. It was a British show, and the lead character was Jonathan Harkness or Jack Harkness, and I keep picturing him in my brain. And then the family in residence that Rosalind deals with is Levitton. I am from Levittown, and I just, every time I see Levitton, I'm thinking Levittown. So those are my two little issues. Oh shit, I gotta sneeze again. Oh, my nose. Torchwood! I figured it out! Torchwood! High five, Torchwood! So, we've got, and then Adam Harkness works with Bow Street, and Adam's boss is John Townsend. And we've got a situation going on. So we have a few situations in this book. We have, there's a political situation going on in the background. And it makes me wonder what Miss Wilde's inspiration for this book was, sort of, kind of. It's not as big a role in it as first led to believe. Adam Harkness stood in this. We'll just go to the. This takes place in 1820 in London, and I'm gonna sneeze again. I swear. Where does it give the? There's a conspiracy going on to murder some of the prime ministers, and so Jack and the guys foil the plan, but not before someone gets hurt, and they've got these 11 guys that were going to be hung up for treason. And the problem is that the guy that inspired them all to treason has escaped. And a lot of people don't think it's fair that the guy who inspired and encouraged this action escaped punishment. I wonder where she got that idea from. Let's not get too political here. But it holds your attention. It's really good. We get to see, not till later on, we get to see a little bit of Sanderson Fox, who was a real good primary character early on. And we also get key evidence from Rosalind's sister Charlotte, who used to be a courtesan, but now has married wealthy and is in a good situation there. So, John Townsend sends word that men intend to murder the Privy Council. John wants Adam to check it out alone, but John has a couple of his cohorts assist him. Adam meets with Sanderson Fox. Sanderson reports that the Thirstwall believes they could easily storm Governor Street and murder the cabinet. Rosalind and Alice are in the market and find Amelia has rescued this girl, Kate. She's really ill. She's on the streets, and she's not doing so well. So they take Kate in, and apparently Kate is from a very wealthy family, and she's run away. And in the midst of running away, gets very, very ill. And it's later discovered that she had been poisoned with arsenic. And there's also there's a couple of side stories. So we've got Jack's Adam's thing with the Bow Street and the corrupt guys. Then we have Kate's running away situation and her being poisoned with arsenic and being sick for several days. Then we discover, not too much later in the book, but it's easier just to Kate has also been she's been stealing, it's revealed later. So there's another reason for her. She was stealing so she could afford to run away. And on the other side of it, there's this lady, Francesca Finch. We don't learn of her connection till a few chapters later, who's been working with Jack Beecham. And every time I hear the word Beecham, I'm thinking of Claire Randall Fraser Beecham from Outlander. So I've got some name issues in my head. And apparently Jack was following Adam when Adam had a secret meeting. This gentleman offered him £1,000, and that is a tremendous amount of money. Someone could live for a very long time on that much money in 1820 England. So he's considering it, and Adam is considered to be a very straight owl, a very upstanding guy. But during this particular time in London, you have to bow to the powers that be, and the powers that be are the powers with the money. So there's a lot of political stuff going on here, and Adam gets lots of pressure to look that way and look that way, but not look that way. And so they take Kate in after finding her on the street. They send for the doctor, and he says XYZ, but he also said there's something else going on here. And we get a little background information on Kate. Those Levitons are Kate's family. Wilhelmina is married to her older brother, who's Marcus, and they met in Bath. That's where all people in London go for like a little vacation type retreat. And Mary Anna Leviton is the oldest. What they call it? Not a she's the oldest lady. She's this dowager, I guess would be called if they had one in this. And she controls the family business. She's the second wife of Mr. Leviton, and he didn't do business well, but she has a really good head for business, and she's running it. And she has her nephew handling the physical side of business while she handles the financial side of business. There is also a secret there, too. There's lots of secrets. And in the words of my good pal Stephanie Plum from Janet Ivanovich, it's complicated. It is very complicated. The relationships in here, there's twisty turnies with the relationships. So Adam says he thinks Kate was poisoned with the arsenic. Then there's some other stuff going on with Adam. He does some investigating on the original uprising. And he tells Rosalind that he was invited to a meeting, and he goes to the meeting and he says to Rosalind, if I don't come back within 24 hours, please inform appropriate authorities that something's happened to me. But he ends up okay. And we've also got the little bit that I've been waiting for. I've been on the fence. This has also got one of those will she or won't she relationships. We've got the Duke, and then we've got the Bow Street guy. And I think the Duke would be good for her financially, give her a little superiority in entering certain households to conduct her business. However, society might frown upon her from conducting said business if she was married to said duke. However, on the Bow Street side of it, marrying a cop, like we've done in other series, my Eve Dallas and Rourke situation, we're still only got 3 books left. Oh, we're getting there. So, to join the Bow Street guy would be a little bit better because then they'd be solving cases together. There'd be 2 gumshoe detectives solving cases. And they've got Sir David with them too. He's the coroner. So Adam meets with Richard Phillips, and Phillips says, I want you to find Edwards because I don't think it's fair that the guys who he inspired to do this are in jail and he's not. And he offers Adam £1,000, and Adam's on the morality fence. He's like, well, he needs the money, and he also thinks the guy should, be stood up for these crimes. But Adam's boss has an issue. There's a whole political background with this that Adam is not, he knows but doesn't face it. And later his boss is just like, wake up, smell the coffee here, get a grip. So Kate gets better from her thing. Rosalind goes to call in the family. She's promised Kate she won't tell them where she is, but she wants to reassure the family, talk to them, get a feeling what's going on. And Rosalind gets an earful, and she also, the nurse of the rich lady, Marion Leviton, and I will forever say Levittown, I'm sorry, she tells the lady that she thinks that nurse, that Mariana is being poisoned. So the nurse gives Rosalind the stuff. The nurse gets brand new tea. Rosalind has got Adam check it out, and it turns out it is arsenic. So I guess I'm really giving you a bunch of spoilers here. But so there's a whole bunch of political stuff going on here. We've got a lot of Adam's family situation going on here. He's got a family to take care of, and it's his mom and his brothers and sisters, and he's the eldest, and he feels responsible for them. So he's got some family stuff. And just to give a little more clarity on the case, let's see if I can do this right. I don't understand you, Harkness. You've been tapped by Townsend as his favorite. That's his boss. The prince, the king, knows your name and asks for you personally when he's got a job that needs doing. And you're getting ready to dance with their enemies. I know, said Adam. It makes no sense, man. I know. You going to keep saying that? I don't know. Well, if I was you, I'd figure it out in a hurry. Straddling the fence is not safe. A man stays like that too long, he gets his balls caught. I hope you know at least you're being used. This Sir Richard and his friends, whoever they turn out to be, came to you because you can get into Bow Street's records and they can't. It's worse than that. I'm being used and bribed. And he spills the information on the rest of the case. So Rosalind goes and inspects Kate's room, discovers some pawn tickets for some jewelry, and realizes, well, that's how Kate was funding her escape, was with selling the jewelry. She doesn't know the full story yet, and I'll leave that for the end of the book. I guess I really shouldn't go. I have pounds of notes here. But there is a multi-layered, complex story going on here. We have the conspiracy with the attempted murders, big group. Then we have Rosalind investigating why Kate ran away from home. And then she discovers all the complex stuff that's going on inside the family she ran away from. There's the head lady, Mariana. There's Marcus, the eldest, and his wife, Wilhelmina, who's supposed to be very docile. And then we have Everett, the other brother. And then we have Harold, the best friend nephew. and some of these people are hiding quite a bit of information, and the roles are very, very twisted and very, very complex. Darcie does an extremely good job of writing here and writing multi-layered depth characters. It's really, really good. And she's learning that Rosalind is learning that Mariana is the brains behind the whole business, and Harold was running the physical side of it, and she's learning all the complexities of the family every time she visits. And a little bit of we learn one little clue each time Rosalind visits over and over, and we get that little extra speck of information. And it's a 400-page book, and it's really, really good, and you don't get bored. It holds your interest. There are several different, we get chapters mostly by Rosalind's point of view, but we do get Amelia a couple of times point of view. We get Adam's point of view for a couple of chapters, and Francesca or Fran's for a couple of chapters. And we also learn that Jack Beecham, again with the name, he's working in conjunction with Fran, and later revealed there are some other parties also involved in their little thing. And Jack Beecham decides that he's going to follow Adam and discover where the leader was, and he's going to collect the ransom, the $1,000 bonus. And if Adam disagrees with this information, then he's going to blackmail Adam by telling Bow Street that Adam was doing this. But Adam catches him and arrests him because he knifed one of Adam's cohorts. However, Jack is released from prison by some of the conspiracy peoples who work in Bow Street, who hold leadership positions in Bow Street. And this opens up a whole nother can of worms and a whole nother set of circumstances. And it's just amazing. And I forgot Beatrice. She's Mariana's daughter. Trying to think of Miss Hepplewhite plays is Mariana's nurse, the elderly lady's nurse. This was the blackmail thing I just talked about this. But and then there's, because Adam is such a straightforward arrow, because he believes in the law and because he's walking that straight line, and his cohorts and his co-workers and his superiors have an issue that he's walking this fine line and he's making all this trouble. While they believe in the law too, they're willing to bend it for certain particular circumstances. And Adam he's so looking this way. His boss just like, look, you're on the road to becoming a really important person in this organization. However, you are stepping on so many toes and you are making waves in so many different ways that I can't cover for you anymore. You're gonna have to decide. You're either gonna leave town and accept a position in another city, or you're out, or you're fired, because I can't protect you anymore, because you're just stepping on all these toes, all these political toes. And his boss is like, look, I've tried. And then we have a romantic situation. Like I said, the resolve between the triangle between the Duke and Rosalind and Adam. And we really don't see much of the Duke. We hear about him, though. But I'm a little confused about the resolution of the situation at the end, but it is on a positive resolution. and we'll have to wait a year for the next book, or maybe longer. This one was like 2 years from the other one. But to find out what the solution is. I mean, there is a solution, but it's a little complicated. And word of Stephanie Plum, it's complicated. I hope. It's just very multi-layered. Oh, and there are several people. Besides the attempted murder, there's also there's a couple of murders that go on here too. There's at least 2 murders. So it's very intriguing. And if you saw my romance book lovers the other day with me going, I like a romance, but there's got to be something else with it. There's got to be mystery. There's got to be intrigue. There's got to be multi-layered characters. It can't just be a strictly romance book. There has got to be something else going on. Some vampires, some mystery, some detectives, some solving something. There's got to be something else besides just the romance. I can't do with a book with a whole totally character angst, relationship angst situation. I'll take my romance if it's in a mystery or there's something to be solved or a detective book. Then I can deal with it, and then I enjoy it. And I enjoyed this a great deal. So please check it out, and please hit the like and subscribe, and let me know I'm doing a good job, because I'm doing the best I can here. This took a little extra to read. It took about 6 hours, because I was making so many notes. So, and we've got a unboxing to do in a couple days. So I hope you'll stay with me. Hit the like and subscribe, and let me know I'm doing a good job. Sorry about the lighting. Have a good one.